In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission.
Mikey, what are you doing?
I'm doing the thing for the podcast.
It's not that hard, bud.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends podcast. Ew. Look at you.
He's got the Cabo and the Wabo.
More of the Wabo.
He's trying to
It's
put the
more of the Wabo than the Cabo.
He's trying to put the Wabo in the Cabo, which I think is also a sex move.
If it's not, it should be.
Let's make it.
Yeah.
We can make it.
Give me 3 hours.
Kira, you just scared the out of me, dude. Cold nosed my elbow. I was like,
So I met another Kira this weekend.
You did?
Yeah, Jimmy.
Well, that shifted quickly. You had a weekend, apparently.
Jimmy, who owns a shop in Arizona called Cigar Therapy, has a 9-year-old Roddy named Kira.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's funny.
Yeah.
So I walked in.
But does she speak English?
No.
Because this one does.
No, but she has everybody in that shop trained, and it is amazing. She'll walk up like to somebody's like little end table next to their chair, and they'll be like, I don't know, wrapper, something, piece of paper, whatever, sitting on the table, and she'll grab it and walk away. And they're like, oh, and they get up to go like get it from her, and she'll keep turning her head and growling like, like you're not getting this from me. The only way to get anything from her is he has like a little like candy machine thing, but there's a peanut butter filled pretzel bites that are in it. So you get a pretzel bite and you trade her a pretzel bite for whatever she stole. And I'm like, this dog is a genius.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
That was so funny.
It's funny what Jimmy and you have in common.
Right?
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Like for instance.
We both rode motorcycle clubs in Arizona.
Yeah.
We're both in the cigar industry. First time I met him outside of Arizona was in Nebraska at a cigar lounge.
He was a rep.
Yeah. He's a prior military dude. Both of our dogs are named Kira.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except other than
Like,
that, there
they
really
use
isn't.
the same people from Arizona.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But it took us like 5 years to realize that we knew each other.
Same dick?
No.
Like same,
No.
Different.
No.
Different dicks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Jazz and I have the same dick. Like yeah.
I've never.
We actually, we periodically trade them.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
You just trade holding them.
That also.
There's no difference.
I don't know if it's trading or it's more like loaning.
Docking.
It's like a layaway plan.
Do you just hold it until he wants it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Speaking of this, John, what are we about to do?
That's right.
They are about to masturbate, boys.
In that situation, it's mutual.
Dutch rudders for days. That's right. It's time for Freedom Friends Master Debate. Solving the world's problems might be our best fucking opening for a master debate ever. Solving the world's problems, one mediocre topic at a time. Justin, you got something a little different for us, yes?
No. Same type of topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you got?
That is the setup and letdown right there.
Teed it up and struck
And
out.
fart.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
All right, boys.
So y'all been watching The Last of Us and how it's fantastic. I want to know, y'all get dropped in that situation. What's going in your bug out bag?
5 or 6 years from now.
5 or 6
With
years
these
from now?
fucking alien shits coming.
You know,
Y'all better
actually,
start prepping.
I saw an article
Oh, that's zombies, not aliens.
that said the advancement of fungus and bacteria in the world right now, they're 3 evolutions away from that actually happening.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Because there is a fungus that they call it a zombie fungus.
So, and they talk about it,
reanimates.
and they talk about it in the show.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
first part of that show, where it's supposed to be in the 60s, and they're talking about cordyceps fungus being able to take over ants, and they control that. That's a real thing. That was not made up for the show.
Yeah,
That's
they didn't. That's not fiction.
and so, but there are.
Look.
Yeah, that's not made up. That is all fact.
Wow, this went from
That's
like
why they call it
yeah.
fun guy. You're a fun guy. Let's
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah, that's
fucking
that's all fact. There
terrifying.
really is a cordyceps fungus that really does take over ants and stuff like that and controls their behavior. The other true thing in that show is they say that cordyceps prior to the iteration that lets them take over humans or any animal for that matter is actually they die at a certain temperature. So if it gets too hot, the fungus dies off. So it can't survive human body temperature or animal body temperature. So that's why it hasn't made the jump. And that's the only difference between reality and that show is that in the show, that fungus has evolved to being able to handle a higher temperature. That is literally the only.
So as it sits right now, we're fine right here in South Texas. It is too hot.
Yep.
Too fucking
Well,
hot.
the
That's
human
it.
body temperature is too high.
So
That's why the show
98.6
started
is
in
too hot.
Boston.
I know a couple cold-hearted bitches.
Yeah, but I think the evolutionary difference is like 2 degrees.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Like we're not talking about like this massive tolerance level. So,
Well, so I have a question.
so his question is, you're dropped in that. Let's say the evolution happens. He's saying, and you get dropped into that situation. But let's say the evolution happens.
Okay.
And he's asking, what's in your bug out? What's your kit for being able to survive that?
Ruger 1022.
I'm with you on the 22, but it has nothing to do with the Ruger.
Yeah.
I mean, I just like.
No, I just have different 22.
Yeah.
I have
But-
no desire to try and figure out if I can survive that fucking situation.
But a Ruger 1022. Oh, you're gonna just 22 it?
Just-
You're just like, not even trying.
I win.
Like going out on your own terms, huh?
Yeah,
I don't care what gun it is. I just need one round.
I need 2 rounds.
Fuck that.
I'll be like,
Fuck
babe,
that.
we're
So,
fucked.
You and
Bang,
me. All right.
bang.
I'm riding this wave.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
so-
I'm in it for the long haul.
This imminent death is going to give me life. You know?
Yeah, dude. In this environment, I'll thrive,
Yeah.
man. Like fuck. I'll be a rich son of a bitch. I mean, I already started my own fucking militia here in South Texas, dude.
I
Like-
don't need any money or anything. I'm getting as far away from people as I possibly can.
Actually,
Yeah, I
I was
mean-
going to say
Get
the
the
desert.
fuck
The
away
desert
from
would
me.
be a good place
No.
to go.
My survival plan in
What are
that
you gonna eat?
situation has always been
Same thing
find.
people that live in the desert eat.
They bring in food from a grocery store, motherfucker.
Yeah. Not everywhere, man.
My survival plan with all of that, my idea has always been to find some island that, whatever. And what you do is you take the boat and you burn everything behind you.
I'm going to thrive on mushroom pizzas, motherfuckers.
But it's the island. It's the whole island thing. Build a moat.
Yeah.
And if I can find an island in the middle of a fucking lake,
Yeah.
I can't build a better moat than
Ooh,
that.
I
Like
know-
that's
I'm-
always the thing.
I'm
So,
going to one.
True.
so that was always my plan. But as far as the bug out bag is concerned, that's all best laid plans, because the fact of the matter is that bug out bags aren't designed to last the long haul. And that show, you're 20 years in.
Yeah.
So you can't be doing the whole like, oh, I've got Band-Aids in my bag. And it's like, that was nice. So after the first week, like, what are you
Right?
doing now?
Yeah.
Like,
No.
and I think everybody's plan gets them through fucking 72 hours.
Yeah.
And nobody's really thought past the
I
72 hours.
suppose a guy should learn how to make gunpowder in its raw form, like black powder. What are the components? How do we make it? Because eventually,
They did that in The Walking Dead.
eventually manufactured bullets are going to be gone. So I think if you knew how to make gunpowder, and I don't know if it's easy, I don't know, but they figured it out in the 1500s.
Well, the missing ingredient is saltpeter. Like there's
yeah, but what's
there's
that?
more salt
Like,
in gunpowder than people think.
I don't know what
But
I don't know.
I don't
what that
really want to get
is.
our show banned, so let's not
Well, yeah.
anarchist cookbook on the middle of the
Saltpeter's
fucking
the
show.
stuff the military used to put in the food so guys wouldn't get boners.
I don't know if that's true.
That's been a rumor for fucking
Yeah,
ever. I
it's
know
totally
that.
been a rumor. But
I
I,
mean,
always got boners.
I will know this.
Oh.
I didn't get a boner in boot camp. I never got a single boner
It's because you're too
all
tired.
12 weeks of boot camp.
You're just too
Yeah.
tired.
That might
That's
be
my
the
whole
case.
theory. I was like, they put it in the eggs, and it's like, no, you're just fucking exhausted, and everybody smells like a fucking shithouse door on a tuna boat.
Yeah, right.
So you like, there's just
Well, I didn't have females.
Yeah, there was nothing
Either.
to get a
it doesn't
boner
matter.
over.
You still smelled that way.
The lunch
You
lady.
couldn't tell because it
No.
was just
No,
everywhere.
it's fab. Just feed
in
ass and
Fort
balls.
Benning, Georgia, there was not one lunch lady that would have given me a boner.
By the end of it,
No, no,
It doesn't
No,
matter.
sir.
It's just everybody stinks, and you're fucking exhausted, and there's just
Yeah.
there's none of that. But
I know
John's
my rack
right.
mate, my rack mate
To be
tried
honest
to
with you,
beat off, and it didn't work.
the only real survival technique is fucking distance.
That's it.
No.
I'm and it's in its simplest form. I mean, Jazz has a great point. Build a moat, get on an island, separation, elevation.
Yeah.
You always
Elevation's
have
good.
the upper hand fighting downhill.
True.
So, but it does a lot of things. The higher in elevation you go, the cleaner everything is.
Yeah.
Right. You get above the water line, nothing's contaminated. It's just snow melt. You know what I mean? There's still plenty of food.
Yep.
You can make shelter. You can always stay warm.
And I guarantee you, animals are moving there.
Oh, they're doing the same thing. They're smart.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they have instinct that we've lost over a millennia fucking building and fucking creature comforts.
And and to be honest with you, I don't think that isolation is the solution, but it is definitely it's a very tiny circle, and then it's move because what if you get hurt?
Yeah.
And now you're solo. And I'm not saying somebody attacks you or whatever. It's
No,
just
you could get a cut on your
it's-
finger and it gets infected.
shit happens. Or like you just get injuries and now there's nobody else. So it's not full isolation. So I mean, I guess more important than a bug out bag is like if shit really hit the fan, do you have the 5 to 10 that you could go, these are the phone calls I'm making and we're getting the fuck out of Dodge and
Let's go take over Cheyenne Mountain.
yeah, that's like those people that got on that fucking preppers show that
You just showed me where to go.
and it was
I'm
like,
gonna go.
so I don't need to do anything.
I'm
I
gonna
just
come
need to be
take
able
your
to
shit.
fucking take you.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just gonna come take your shit.
and then you always watch them and they're like the biggest fucking idiots on the planet. And it's like,
Yeah.
you've got $500,000 into prep and you have like no idea how to cycle your weapon. Like
that was always my biggest thing when people are like, "Are you stockpiling ammo?" I'm like, "What? What?" They're like,
Dude,
yeah,
I
I got like 10,000 rounds of 5.56 and 20,000 rounds of 9mm.
I need
What-
one
what-
mag.
You're
like,
stop
I
one.
need one mag
They're like-
to come take your shit.
They're like, "What do you got?" And I'm like, "I got like 100 rounds, man." They're like, "That's it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, where do you live?"
Yeah.
Like,
I got 100
I might have 100
rounds.
rounds, but I'm pretty sure I'm a better shot than
Yeah,
you.
I'm better at I'm better at this
I've got
than you,
100
man.
rounds and you're going to take 3% of that before I fucking loot drop.
I think these shows that are like zombie related, right? They don't accurately portray the American household.
No, they
Right.
do. So, and I think that's the biggest difference with Last of Us.
Yeah.
Is that Last of Us absolutely does. I mean, the first episode is exactly what everybody thinks they're going to do, right? They grab what guns they have, they get in the truck, and they're going to get the fuck out. Getting the fuck out
It's hard.
is because everything's
Everything's
just
chaos.
ape shit. And
Well, you're not
gonna
the only
have-
one with that idea.
Well,
Yeah.
and you're going to have all the QRF shit that does happen. So they're going to roll every cop, every unit that's local, all the National Guard is all going to, and it's all going to be control everything and put them back where they're supposed to be, because that's exactly what the game plan is. If shit like that happens, if you don't believe me, watch COVID. What did we do? Lock everybody down, put everybody where they're supposed to be. You don't leave there.
Mhm.
Now we know where everybody is.
Yep.
So everybody that tries to flee, now you're in the middle of this shit show. And I don't care if a fuck how good a shot you are. 100 to 1 facings, you're fucked. If it's you versus, I don't give a fuck if they are National Guard and cops. If it's you versus 100 motherfuckers, you're boned. Like
Yeah.
it's just not going to work for you. It's just not. So that first episode is like, yeah. So all that plan you have is like, I get in the truck, I get the fuck out of town. It's like, sure, if you had 48-hour notice that nobody else had, but you're not. You're trying to quick react like everybody else is. And you and every other motherfucker that thinks that they're fucking Jason Bourne are just going to end up in a fucking wreck in the middle of fucking downtown
I just had
trying to figure it
47
out.
TikToks go
Yeah.
through my fucking
Yeah.
head.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're fucked. I mean,
Same, dude.
so the funny thing is that in that first episode, the smartest thing that they could have done was actually just stayed where the fuck they were
Yeah.
and then tried to exit later.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they didn't, because the two vets were like,
No, we're getting the fuck out.
oh, I'm gonna get the fuck out. I got a knife in this deer rifle. I'm fucking good to go. And it's like, yeah, okay, sure. but you can't account for just sheer fucking chaos. Like it doesn't work that way.
The one thing that I did appreciate in that first episode is when they were actually leaving town and they were driving and they were out in the middle of nowhere and there was a car broken down on the side of the road and it was a husband, a wife, and a kid, I think. And
he's like, nope, can't help him.
Yeah. And he's like, but they have kids. And he looks and he's like, so do we.
Yep.
And just kept fucking going. Yep. And I was like, in that situation, like,
do you want to hear something that's really fucked up? So I had a Z-Day plan with a buddy of mine once. And this is so fucked up. God damn it. Like, I'm going to go ahead and say, I don't condone the use of mentally disabled individuals for this. But you tow a trailer full of them. And if you need a distraction, they're not going to fucking contribute and they can't make it. You got to make hard decisions. Run that way, buddy.
Where do you get them from?
You pick them up on the way? I don't know.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie.
I told you it was fucked up.
You want something that's just as effective? They're not going to fight back. Find a mom with a baby. Bye, mom.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I've got to get my baby out of here. It's not my baby.
Yeah.
But it's a great tool.
Yeah.
Me and Kira are going to do great.
Yeah. Now a dog.
But they have kids. I have a dog.
A dog is actually a good thing to have, I think. I think a dog is a great thing to have because
early warning system.
Early warning system, but also it's food if you need it. And that's fucked up, but it's true. It's food if in a last ditch scenario, it's food.
Kara eats well. I guarantee you she's delicious.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Got a good,
Look, even John's like,
she got a good
dog
backstrap on her.
I just thought everything she ate in the past week, like she has deer scraps and all kinds of stuff. I was just like, fuck, she's better than I do.
Yeah, she's got a good backstrap on her, man. Like she'll be all right.
The early
look at my new fat fuck dog.
Oh, you live for a year off her.
Yeah, dude, that thing's fucking fine, man. Like that thing's worthless in the apocalypse, except for one reason.
You got to find a freezer for that bitch.
Yeah, right. Fuck. You just have to freeze dry everything.
But I think that's what's so good about that show is that it really does play out probably pretty damn close to what it would be. So they're all in these like quarantine zones or whatever, right? That's run by this totalitarian government now.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going to happen without a central command. You're just going to end up with this weird fucking despotic.
Well, the strongest will fucking take over.
And yeah, and it's pretty fucking accurate. But distance is going to be your only solution, but you're not going to do it solo because accidents happen. So I think that's the biggest hole in that whole thing is that they're, it's always this like, it's me versus the world. And it's like, oh, I guess who wins? It's not you. I don't give a fuck how high speed you think you are. Especially,
I don't think we recorded it, but last week after the show, we were talking about that. After the recording, we were talking about the show Alone. And right now, as we sit today, could we go on that show and actually do it? And I was like, no. I couldn't.
My favorite thing is to listen to fucking Z-Day or Into the World preppers and stuff like that. And it's these veterans. And it's like in the same conversation, they're going to tell you how tactically proficient they are. They're going to survive on their fucking own if the world ends. And they're like,
350 pounds.
I'm also talking to the VA about my fucking 100% disability because I'm so fucked up and da-da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
I'm like, dude, you can't get up the stairs without being winded and you're going to survive the apocalypse? Like,
you think while you're asleep, your sleep apnea fucking snores aren't going to wake up whoever's looking for you?
Totally fine as long as I have a generator.
Yeah, does your CPAP machine fit in your exit vehicle?
I have a feeling the apocalypse is going to be a very good diet plan.
Sure.
Yeah. We'll all get real thin real quick.
As soon as those deep fryers quit frying, you're going to lose weight, buddy.
Yeah.
I saw
Justin's like, fuck.
That's how I go.
I like watching not necessarily like prepper videos, but like it's like self-sustaining videos. You know what I mean? Like, and it's simple shit.
Like homesteading.
Like watering your fucking raised garden bed with like trash cans where you just flip the fucking thing over, put a mesh thing, keeps the snakes and the butt crazy shit out of the fucking water. The rain collects and then you can valve it and little bit of PVC and the fucking 3/4 inch drill bit, and you're good to hook, right? Like you could fucking water crop, like small crops and shit like that. Like I like things like that, right? Like little do it yourself, fucking ways of getting around fucking bullshit. It's nice, and I like watching that stuff.
And if you could get on something like an island or high elevation and stuff where you could pull that off, where you can
Sure.
defend it, great. Otherwise, you're growing somebody else's food.
You're 100% correct. Yes. No, like defense is a fucking huge thing, and you're right. And location,
Defense really
right?
helps.
Yeah,
Having defense up,
defense.
really tall one.
You have a tall defense up. Yeah. Wait.
Huh?
Barriers?
Well, like defense. You put defense up.
You put defense?
Yeah, defense.
Yeah.
It's like
I have defense to protect the garden.
You know what you sound like right now? You sound like, what is this, velvet? This is fucking wonderful.
It's
What
defense.
is this?
Boys, I got a follow-on question for you, and this is for everybody watching too. Leave a comment with your answer. If you were dropped in a small group, like Jazz was saying, you get your core little group together. What skills do you bring to the group?
So you're saying like the five of us. Let's say the five of us got dropped into
What
a survival
skill can you be
situation.
like, I got this covered.
Okay. Well, like I mentioned, I went to SEER school, and they teach you quite a bit in that about that stuff. And plus, it was a hobby of mine to do like minimalist camping for a while and shit. So I think I could probably rock a good shelter. Probably make a good fucking shelter for the fucking five of us, like to fucking maintain fucking
There's still going to be buildings.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's stuff
so
like that.
We're
where it's
talking
like-
about the alone situation though, right? Or are we talking about fucking?
we're talking about there's plant people running around and how the fuck do you survive?
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. Like, I think each one of us brings something to the table. Honestly, this is a pretty
He was
well-rounded
asking,
group.
what is that thing that each
I'm
of
not
us
gonna lie,
bring
I
to the table?
got fucking nothing.
See, I don't
I'm gonna be the first one voted off the island.
I don't believe that at all.
fucking-
I don't believe that at all.
How do you do psyops against a fucking fungus?
But when
we figure it out, though,
Jazz,
it'll be amazing.
Anybody who's ever met you knows that you know the most random fucking shit on the planet.
It's true. If this is going along the lines of the show, The Last of Us,
Yeah.
Jazz brings the dad jokes.
Oh yeah,
that is dad
key.
jokes.
That was key.
That is good.
I mean,
That's what
laughter.
it is.
Laughter
In a
is something
world-
that is
In
needed.
a world gone to shit, I bring humor.
Oh, I guarantee you, the fucking five, we'd be cracking the fuck up every day.
Shut up! They can hear it. Put it right fucking there.
Like, don't you fucking do it again.
Because we
Who
did that.
fucking farted?
We did that shit in the military. Humans were trying to hunt us. You don't think we're gonna do it against a fungus? Like fuck, we're so fucked.
It's true. Because you can't waterboard a plant person that just makes them happy.
No. Well, like I think about like this and like now I think The Last of Us, I think we'd be the five of us, I think we could do we'd be okay. We'd be okay for a while.
I don't know.
If it was The Quiet Place, we're fucked. We're fucked. If monsters that just track you by sound start showing up,
Oh Jesus!
we're done.
No.
As soon as I go to sleep, I'm dead.
As soon as I
snore.
wake up,
I snore. I'm
I wake-
fucking dead. Like I'm fucking gone. Fucking. Or if I fucking bust ass,
That's what I said, as soon as I
somebody
wake up.
fucking farts, you're dead. You're
game
fucked.
over. They just look around and be like, "Sorry, guys."
Yeah. Like, I don't know. So, what do you think you bring to the table in this?
Because I'm going to tell you right now, combat skill is not
No.
what's going to let you live.
No.
It's just
Just survival
not.
skills.
No.
If you're going off of
I
I'm a
think-
great shot, you're fucked.
I think I'm good with diplomacy a little bit.
Good with food acquisition.
I don't know
I can hunt
in that scenario if that'd be good or not, but I think maybe.
patterns and habits of animals.
Now
Yeah.
that being able to you understand how to acquire the food, and then not only that, but being able to dress it and actually make it to where it's edible afterwards.
How to preserve
100%.
it, that kind of
That's
shit.
actually a skill set.
Sure.
That's where it's useful.
Yeah, I know how to do that. Like that's useful.
I mean, I'm enough of a nerd and mechanically minded enough that I can keep most things running.
Yeah.
Which,
I think I'm with you on that.
I was a diesel mechanic for a number of years.
so, I mean, making
and
sure
that-
things run,
Yeah.
that's
I'm resourceful when it comes to like street smarts, like oh, we need to find fucking fuel, or we need to find stuff like that.
I mean, if
like,
we're going off The Last of Us, I'm actually pretty decent at wine pairings. So, so if you can get us some rabbit, like I understand how to put the rest of it together.
yeah, because it's always like remember what's first, right? So it's rescue, water, which I fucking know how to make like stills that create water, like solar stills and things like that,
Which means we could make booze.
Facts. I guarantee you, the 5 of us fucking chuds we're figuring out how to get whiskey. I guarantee
How
that.
is nobody fucking with you guys? We'll see, we're the largest distillery in Texas. Nobody's fucking with us.
Age bootleggers.
Nobody's fucking with us because nobody wants that to dry up.
Yeah,
so.
right. Because we're the only ones that remembered how to make booze. Fucking Scott's back there trying to figure out how to roll fucking cigars that he's growing from a fucking upward garden and shit. Making beaties. Fucking little beady cigars. No, I think I mean, granted, obviously, I hope it never happens. I really do. Like, I hope it never happens.
I do need to step on my gathering skills.
Well, and that's
an
what
aspect that I've never went down. I never went down that rabbit.
That's
Yeah,
what
I don't have enough of an
how did we all
education on,
start?
like,
We all started like
Can I or can I not eat this?
I have no idea.
Like plant wise,
but
it's like
the hunter gatherer is what started our societies.
Hunter, no gather.
Same,
I don't know.
Same.
Like,
You know, like I know how to hunt.
But I see some of these TikToks where they go out there and they're like, is it dinner or is it death?
With the mushrooms.
Yeah. And they like pick it up and they're like, is it dinner or is it death? And it's like, well, it looks delicious, but it'll kill you in 45 seconds. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So then my default is like, I just don't eat mushrooms.
No.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like,
No, you have to figure out
The-
in this scenario, you have to figure out how to eat mushrooms.
The only
because-
ones that I'll eat are the ones that come out of cow shit.
Well, then we fucking form a diamond shaped fucking pattern around Jazz, get him to a library where he learns all this shit.
You went in a way different direction than I
Because
thought.
I guarantee you the motherfucker
Like,
reads faster than us.
the
and
first mushroom.
But
Like, what happens?
But he's gonna remember everything. We're gonna get him to a library. We're gonna find all these fucking horticulture fucking books. Fucking Jazz is gonna fucking absorb that.
see Apocalypse and I just have some oak paneled room just full of
Just a
books.
fucking
Just sitting there,
leather-bound
We need to speak to the oracle. We open the door for Jazz. He's in with a cigar and a glass of wine.
It's got a fucking sign above him that says Google. I am now Google.
What information do you seek?
Hey, Google.
People, we make a glory hole, but it's just somebody going, "Okay, Google."
It's not a big hole, to be fair. Like, it's
I mean, it's us 5 are winning it, man, running it, so we know it's not going to be big.
I would still put my dick in that glory.
100%.
somebody asks a stupid question and puts their ear in the hole. It's just, yeah. I think Google just told me to go fuck myself.
Jazz got a little wooden paddle on the inside.
Whack! Not that kind of hole. Fuck out of here.
That's on the other side.
That's 3 blocks down. God damn it. Fuck. That's on Old Austin Highway, I'm told.
No, like, see, I found my apocalypse job.
He's become the Oracle.
The Google glory hole.
I'm analog Google.
Yeah. That's what it is. We get you to a biblioteca and fucking just, hey, you're the new Dewey Decimal, bro. Let's get it.
Around here, they call me Mr. Google.
I think we also just wrote a really good script for the next Apocalypse movie.
Right? Fucking A. You can contact us at freedomfriends@gmail.com.
That's, you know how quickly you become the villain with that kind of thing, though? It's just like, who's that? That's the guy that still knows how to do everything.
Dude, knowledge is power, bro.
Yeah.
Remember the Book of Eli?
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
going to say that.
The Book of Eli. He wanted the Bible because he knew that people would follow it.
But it was
right?
in Braille.
Plot twist. Spoiler alert.
It's been 20 fucking years. If you haven't seen that movie,
It's a great fucking flick, though.
yeah.
It's pretty good.
So actually, a Facebook memory of mine popped up a couple weeks ago. I think it was when that movie came out in theaters, and a friend of mine sent me a thing on Facebook and asked if I wanted to go watch a guy walk through the desert for a few hours.
John was like, is it about me?
I think I've played that in real life, man.
Jesus, is that you?
That's fucking funny.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's something that they never really touch on in those apocalypse movies. Is it's like somebody's valuable because they know how to do this one thing, but that nobody's actually still trying to
Yeah, like
learn more
the
or actually can
apocalypse
put the
happens,
information
right?
out.
But Hornady, I know where it's at. You know what I mean? Like,
I think
I can
But
fire
so
that
does a
bitch up.
shitload of other
Well,
people.
yeah, I know.
my thing
but
is I
like-
think in the beginning, yeah, there's going to be a lot of violence, but everybody's like, well, if the government collapses, it's all going to be horrible and da 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 da. And I'm like, how do you think society started? And it was actually people just kind of went like, this really sucks on our own. If we don't actually figure out how to do
Right.
this like together,
Yeah.
we all fucking
Pull
die.
it together, man.
The best and worst part about today's day and age is the best part is there's a very few amount of people that actually know how to live.
Yeah.
And the worst part is about 3 weeks into shit hitting the fan, probably more than 3/4 of the population is just going to be dead.
Yeah, they're just gonna go.
You can only survive so long without food and water.
Yeah.
Those are also going to be the motherfuckers that are be like, they're going to fucking go try and Yosemite Sam it and just be like, yeah, fuck, take whatever I want. And they're dead in the first 48
Yeah.
fucking hours. And
Easy
then
day.
everybody else is
Easy
like,
day.
Yeah.
okay, it's going to be like picking up a day laborer at Home Depot. So like, do you paint? Do you paint? Do you paint? All right, fucking everybody in. We got fucking shit to do today. Like,
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that I like about The Last of Us, because they're kind of working that angle too. Like he's working at a fucking thing, and it's like a government-run
and
facility.
he's
but
doing
like,
his thing, right? And he's like,
he's
I'm
just-
contributing to try and fucking survive and
Yeah.
whatever. And then, but then they show later on, there is the whole like, yeah, what happens if you don't have that government element? And it's like, what? It's not as collapsed as you think it is.
Yeah,
It's just not.
it's just dude. It's tyranny by a different name. It's still tyranny.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
You know?
It doesn't make for good TV if it's like, well, actually, in this one, they just kind of figured it out and fucking
Yeah.
pulled together and did it. And you're going to have those power grabbing motherfuckers, but what it's going to come down to is the masses are going to go like, yeah, nope, that's not how we make it.
Well, go to like Walking Dead, right? Like the Walking Dead scenario where you have guys like Negan and shit that fucking like create these fucking communities that he's in charge.
And
he's
his
a
is
fucking-
actually more Machiavellian. That's actually
Yeah.
the whole like, we're here for everybody to survive, but if you fuck around,
you're gonna find out.
we don't have the lateral movement for you to be able to be like, you can be your own person.
Yeah.
It's like,
No,
yeah,
you
nope.
need to work. You gotta do shit. You know. type
But
of thing.
honestly, if we're gonna see a collapse and all that kind of stuff, I don't think it's gonna be zombies or whatever. It's gonna be. There was a
Aliens.
TV show that for a while where the whole that global EMP went off and just
I was gonna say,
shut.
I was like, I think
I
it's
can't
gonna
remember the
be
name
an
of. I can't remember the name of that show,
Honestly, the one that
but there was
I
no
don't know
more power.
the one that I think that
Mhm.
is more likely to happen, that is a definitely good viable option. What was the other one where when it rained, the rain killed any living thing that it touched?
Oh,
I can't remember what the fucking show that was.
Adele.
Maybe. No, it was what the fuck is the name of that show? I think it's just called The Rain.
I just have an Adele song going through my head
Yeah.
right now.
Set fire to the rain.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was on Netflix. It's just
The
called
Rain?
The Rain. And I don't remember exactly what it was, but The Rain fucking
Well, the premise is that when a virus that is carried by rainfall wipes out almost all humans in Scandinavia, Simone and Rasmus take shelter in a bunker.
yeah. And they stay there for 6 years, I guess.
So the same thing that
But no, I mean, just with all the fucking bullshit, like look at that the train derailment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Enough shit gets in the particles and it starts raining down fucking you know,
it's
people
gonna
die.
it's gonna be some sort of environmental catastrophe or something like I can't remember the name of that fucking show,
it's
but
coming out of
essentially,
Wuhan.
Or the show The 100. You guys ever watch that?
yeah, but
I've
I thought
heard-
that was
yeah.
100 people that disappeared. And they all
No,
came
they
back
took
at one
100
time.
people, sent them up in a fucking spaceship, put them all to sleep until the Earth fucking became livable again because they had a
Oh.
nuclear war and you couldn't live. So they started sending people back down. They found survivors, and then it got fucking weird. There was a
can't
couple
remember the name of
seasons
that-
where it was like, "What the fuck?" Like they went on in a bunker and eat each other and all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
I
I
can't
see
remember the name of
that.
that show, but like the whole world loses power, and so everybody's got to figure it out. And fucking one of the independent countries inside the United States is just Texas. It's just Texas is just like, yep, nope, this is us.
Yep.
And they're just
We built a wall.
Yeah, and they fucking just own it. And I can't remember the
tracks.
show, but it was a really good show. But there was just no power, and that's what actually caused the collapse.
Right.
And so you had these different things, but society essentially just went back together, and they figured it out. And there was an economy and all that.
All
shit
you got to
again,
do
but-
to survive is you got to go back to the old westerns.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And where all the outlaws went, that's where you go. Like you go to the Badlands up in South Dakota.
Yeah.
If you've never been there, even just Google it and look. Like nobody's going to find anything in there.
Yeah.
You know,
It's true.
you go to some of the places out in Arizona and West Texas and some of the places in New Mexico, you know, they're old mine shafts or old fucking, you know, whatever.
Bottom of the Grand Canyon. You gotta
Like there's a place in Arizona. It's called Horse Thief Basin. You know, like there's a reason why it's named that, you know, and it's not easy.
I don't know
to
what
get
you
to.
ran
That was
into, but it worked perfectly. Horse basin, fucking basin. Like it worked good.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be fun. It'd definitely be a challenge.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think it'd be a daily fucking struggle.
Yeah.
But I think society would come back, and I think we would actually come back stronger
yeah.
if we did
So
it right.
a follow-on question: do you think that society would come back with similar or better technology, or do you think that it would take a long fucking time for that to catch up?
I think we'd have to have
No.
another industrial revolution.
We'd
Yeah.
go back to the 60s
Yeah, we'd
Yeah.
have to have another industrial revolution.
because people would have there'd be knowledge there. There would be
Would there really though?
there would be things
Yeah,
there'd be things you could reverse.
We still got
engineer.
books, man.
Yeah,
like
but-
books are still written. They're still there. They still have fucking
Like,
libraries. They're
People,
still like
people that came
things
up with
before the internet.
people that came up with the engine, they didn't have one to look at.
Yeah.
You could
Yep.
Well,
reverse
in
engineer
an
shit.
apocalypse, it's not like all those people fucking disappear.
Yeah,
I mean, you're still going to have
fucking mechanics.
These mechanics and engineers and all of these guys that exist. It's not like all of a sudden it's like, oh no, it's the end of the world. So
But do you
all the
think-
subject matter experts disappear. But that doesn't make for good movies and television. If all of a sudden it's like,
Then I think people like you watch these shows and everybody's bad, right? Like everybody's trying to kill each other.
I don't think that's the
but
case.
I don't think
But
that would
here's-
be the way.
here's
People
a
are a
big-
lot better than people give credit
Yeah.
for.
Here's the
Yeah.
biggest thing about the advancement of all that technology and getting back into and having things in an industrial setting. There needs to be a sense and a level of control before any of that can even be looked at.
yeah,
The populace has to be under control
Totally
before you can
agree.
put in a power grid without having it being overwhelmed and people being like, oh, they got power. I'm going to go fucking take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how does the process look in order to put all the ducks in a row before you can be like, you know what, we're going to manufacture something now?
but what you just said is literally the birth of how we got politicians.
Yeah.
Is it somebody that comes in and be like, hey, I understand that everybody wants to go grab what they need, but either so you have what you have and now everybody dies, or we all pump our brakes a little bit until everybody benefits. And so you're going to have those people that are going to step forward and end up going like, and people are going to go like, yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, we all know true leaders are rare.
Yeah.
Like most people are followers.
Well,
And it takes the right people to step up and go, hey, look, let's take 30 seconds to fucking think about this. And then most people go like, oh shit, you're right. How do I contribute? I'm not saying they don't want to
Yeah.
be contributive, but most people aren't the ones that'll step up and say,
I think
here's how
people-
we solve the problem.
I think people will band together more than any of these shows depict.
Yeah.
Like,
But that doesn't make for good TV.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like,
You need the drama.
oh, we've lost all power. And it's like, everybody just goes like, okay, well, we'll figure it out. We'll help our neighbor. We'll do what we've got to
Yeah.
do until we figure out this solution.
Yeah.
But
Which is more realistic of what would
that is
actually happen.
actually what's going to happen. You're
Yeah.
going to have a couple of the idiots that for a couple of days, it's going to be out of control. And then they're all going to get fucking whacked. And then
Real quick.
it's all going to go back to like,
There would be like hangings again. Like,
Yep.
this is a
Yeah.
bad person. We got to get rid of him.
Yeah.
You
and we
know,
got to get rid of them now.
Yeah.
There's no 20-year,
Yeah.
we'll figure
Yeah.
it out.
We don't
It's just
have fucking time to fucking deal with the bullshit. We don't have the resources to
because
let him sit in
honestly,
a fucking jail
we
cell
have
for
bigger
years.
problems than this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. What else you got, Justin?
That's it, boys. That's all
Fuck
I
you. It's
got.
brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FTFO. Screw yourself that sweet 15% off. Of course, owellness.us for all those CBD treats and needs. Use that code FreedomFriends25. That gets you 25% off. That's a quarter off your order over there. And of course, IC Tech coolers for those who get it. Use that code FreedomFriends10. That gets you 10% off. Like, share, subscribe, smash those buttons. Tell your mom.
Tell your friends.
Tell your fucking mom's friends.
Fuck a bug out bag. Get a skill.
Yeah, right. Have a goddamn skill ready. I'm going to raise my glass.
Fucking Gok 5000 is not the skill you need.
Depends on where
In
you're
the
at.
apocalypse, it might get you pretty far.
Hey, there's a
huh?
reason it's the world's oldest profession.
Hey, man. Fucking, So whether you're gawking or fucking hunter and gathering, we appreciate you guys coming in here and
Or you're
listening to their
Googling.
bullshit. Or you just turn into Google. Like that's just gonna be
During the
jazz.
apocalypse, you can come over to MySpace and I'll Google all over your Facebook.
Yeah. Attaboy. 3 little things. Pretty easy to do. Not hard at all. John?
Smoke on.
Scotty?
Drink on.
And God damn it, kids. Freedom the fuck on. Later.